Oliver.
Hi.
We're gonna do some Star Wars quizzes because we are trash people.
No, we're not. I mean, I'm not.
We're gonna start with a quiz titled "Which Star Wars character is most like your dad?" Do you want to go first or second?
Well, before, who do you think is most like your dad?
I don't know, because I don't know which set of the movies it's going off.
I know, that's true.
Because, if it's just off the original trilogy, then Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
Because my dad is much better than any of the other people in those films. But if it's going off, wider, all of the 7 films that are out, because I'm not counting Rogue. Ignore that. I don't know, maybe still Obi-Wan. He's not as wise as Yoda.
I'll go first.
Alright, what does your dad like to do for fun? Play cards? Plot in solitude? Sleep? Mingle with high society?
Sleep.
How would your dad punish you? Force you to do manual labour? Make you feel small? Let you figure out what you did wrong on your own? Leave the punishing to your mum?
See, I feel like I know the answer, but I don't want to say it. I want to just say, yeah.
What makes your dad the most angry? Rudeness, disorder, incompetence, when dinner is late.
Well, it's not when dinner is late. Incompetence?
Okay. What does your dad like to watch on TV? DIY shows, war documentaries, sports, just any sports, cooking shows.
I mean, I could definitely see him getting behind DIY shows or sports. Or war documentaries. He likes all of these things, except cooking shows. Actually, maybe not DIY shows. He does DIY. He likes that, but I don't think he'd watch DIY shows per se. Sports.
Okay. How do you know when your dad is upset? The house shakes, he stays silent, he goes for a drive, he gives you a disapproving glare.
I think he gives a disapproving glare.
Alright. What quality do you most like about your dad? His street smarts, his wit, his business sense, his ability to manipulate. Jesus, this quiz is dark.
Yeah.
I suppose primary father in Star Wars
is
a
Dark Lord of the Sith.
Yeah.
I guess of those things, his wit.
What does your dad nag you about? Good manners, school, getting a job, not following orders. I feel like I know which one it is. At the minute, getting a job. If your dad was a teacher, what subject would he teach?
History. No, wait, no! Language! Because that's what he has a degree in.
What's the most intimidating thing about your dad? His size, his temper, his intelligence?
Definitely not his size.
Nothing, he's pretty soft.
Possibly his intelligence?
What would be your dad's ideal Father's Day? Being waited on, lounging with a good book, tinkering in the garden, whatever the rest of the family wants to do.
I reckon lounging with a good book.
Your dad is like Obi-Wan Kenobi!
Oh, surprise.
Can I either find out who my mum is most like instead?
Okay, sure.
Just because I feel like my dad will also be Obi-Wan.
Yeah. What does your mum do when you misbehave? Spends your allowance, scares you, shows patience, gives you... Oh, wait, there's twice as... Okay, then. Gives you a lecture, destroys your will to live, growls at you, lets you know who's boss, or grounds you.
When I misbehave... I don't know, my mum doesn't really do anything when I misbehave. I live 100 miles away from her.
Yeah, you might have to backtrack a little bit.
Gives me a lecture, maybe?
How does your mum dress? Kind of cool. She's cold, fashionable, battle-ready, mysteriously, stylish yet functional, shabby, or she's always in robes.
Like she's cold. My mum's if there was a comfortable option, I'd pick that one. But she's cold quite a lot of the time. So mostly she's cold.
Okay. What's your mum's favourite sport? Football, boxing, auto racing, basketball, gun range competition, anything but volleyball, baseball or boat race. Wait, is that football in the American sense or the English?
Do you think auto racing just means like car racing?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like Grand Prix.
Then baseball.
Okay. The way that just made it seem like
Because if it had been like auto machines, like automatons or
oh, is
something.
it like robots?
Yeah, I feel like she'd be into that because it's sci-fi. But car racing's dull, so I don't think she'd care.
I feel like you may have lost a massive part of your audience base.
I don't think so. Other people might like it. I have no interest in any of those sports, so.
What type of car does your mum drive? Something that can stay hidden, something with lots of trunk space. She doesn't really drive, something with room for all her friends, something with lots of legroom, something very expensive, something fast, or something with a fun colour.
Lots of trunk space.
So, what's your mum's pet peeve? Rudeness, misuse of the English language. What is bravado?
It's like, I am so wonderful that I can do whatever I want, and then you're not, I think.
Oh, okay. So, being a bit of a backstabbing, other people's mistakes that impact her,
So that's Palpatine, right?
probably, or Anakin.
Okay, what are my other options?
Democracy, haircuts, or littering.
Rudeness, probably?
Which food would your mum prefer? Kale salad, jambalia, I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, venison, salmon with fennel, ramen noodles, rice pudding, anything pureed, or strawberry shortcake.
Probably the last one.
Describe your mum in one word. Intimidating, wise, rebellious, evil, level-headed, artistic, savvy, or loyal.
Wise.
You're in danger. What does your mum do? Anything to save me, even if it means hurting other people. Gets angry and does whatever she can. Gets a team together to solve the problem. Takes charge and leads a rescue effort. Helps me if it doesn't lead to bigger problems. Nothing at all. She's evil. Negotiates a solution, or stays calm and formulates a plan.
Probably the last one. But also I feel like that's not very helpful because I could be in trouble and that's what she'd do, but in danger, I'm not in the rebellion. The only danger I could be in that my mum, like, if I'm getting mugged, doesn't matter which one of these things she does, she's 100 miles away, and by the time she did anything, it would be too late.
Okay, what would she...
Or if I'm being hit by a car, it's too late.
What would she do if she was here?
I don't know. Probably cry.
What would she have done? Well, what would she have done, like, when you were a young'un, when you did live with your parents?
I don't know. I wasn't ever really in danger. I lived in a city with, like, loads of people. I don't know. Stay calm and formulate is a plan.
Okay.
In as much as any of these answers are applicable.
Okay. Where would your mum like to vacation? In the desert, on a farm, near a lake, somewhere with scenic vistas, somewhere secluded, anywhere as long as she's in charge, someplace cultured, or in the woods.
Either somewhere with scenic vistas or someplace cultured, because I don't think she'd mind either. And I think if you count cultured as, like, has its own culture.
And, like, there's people that...
Someplace cultured, that's my answer.
What is your mum's favourite movie genre? Science fiction, horror, action-adventure, animation, samurai, romance, nature documentaries, or political thrillers?
I think science fiction.
Cool. Your mum is just like Yoda.
Great.
Your mum is stern yet calm and very wise. You've learned a lot from her, and while she can frustrate you, you respect her integrity. She's definitely a leader and sits atop the Jedi Council of your family.
Could be a Yoda. She is shorter than me. This was us doing some Star Wars quizzes.
Because we're nerds. Massive, massive nerds.
Hopefully I'll be posting some more videos soon.